Another tutorial I put together for you guys. It's kind of a look that I put together. It can be worn by anyone, but I actually put it together for girls with brown eyes, and I'll explain that in a bit. Like I showed you in my last video, in the color wheel you want to be using colors directly opposite the color of your eye to help pull out that color. With the brown eyes it's a little bit hard. There's actually no direct opposite to brown per se. So basically finding complementary colors for brown would be about finding the complementary color to the color that you actually want to pull out of your eye. So say you have brown eyes that kind of verge on hazel, then you want to be using kind of purple colors because that will help to pull out the green in your eye and kind of give you a different dimension. If you have brown eyes that kind of have like a little bit of kind of a golden color or an amber color, then you want to be using blues because that'll help to pull out that kind of a orangey amber color in your eye. So I kind of paired the two colors together. I'm using kind of a mid-tone blue with purple reflex, kind of a purple color also, as well as kind of a navy blue, which I think is one of the most flattering colors on brown eyes. So this is for all you brown-eyed girls, but feel free to wear it even if you don't have brown eyes. I don't have brown eyes, but I still think it looks nice. So if you want to see how I did that, that's going to be following. I'm going to apply that all over the lid. Next we're going to want to put down a colored base. Because the eyeshadow we're going to be using, if you can see on this eye, it's kind of a blue with like a purple duochrome, so you have two choices. Mind the containers, but basically you have two choices. You can use like a light blue kind of colored base, or you can use like a light purple colored base. So for the purpose of this video, I'm going to go with the light blue colored base, and this is the Makeup Forever Flash color. I'm sorry, I don't know the number, but it's basically like kind of a periwinkle blue. And just for the purpose of the video also, I've made two swatches on my hands. So this is the light blue colored base with our eyeshadow that we're going to be using on top of it. And then this is the light purple cream colored base with the same eyeshadow on top. So you can see the different effect. Because I'm going for a more blue look, I'm going to use the light blue, but you can use the purple also, and that's just another variation. So we're going to take a tiny bit of that with our finger. This is probably too much, and you'll see. You're just going to apply that to the actual lid area. And it's super pigmented and very, very creamy. The Makeup Forever flash colors are really good for bases. So basically you just want to start blending that out. And you really want to blend it out a lot, because if you have too much color, it's definitely going to crease. These are so creamy. So really just keep blending it up. Even if it goes really high, you'll see it starts to sheer out. And that's actually what you want to go for. Now we're going to start working with colors, which is the funnest part, I think. So I'm taking my 213 mop brush. I use this in every video, and I'm going to go with cornflower pigment. So this is the color we're using. I don't know if you can see that, but it's a really nice kind of mid-tone blue with a purple duochrome. And this is actually the first eyeshadow I ever bought, the first pigment I ever bought from MAC. So I was really drawn to the color, but I honestly find it kind of hard to use. And mainly that's because unless you're using a colored base, it really does not stick to the eye. Even if you're using a good base like Shadow Insurance, it just doesn't stick to the eye, and the minute you start to blend, it starts to come off. But I found with the colored bases, it really works well. Just apply that all over. You just kind of want to concentrate that color really on the lid. Now we're going to want to go with a crease brush. I'm using the Mercier PonyTail brush, and I'm going to go with violet pigment that I've pressed. So this is actually probably right on the duochrome of the cornflower pigment that we're using. So it's going to blend perfectly. So we're going to put that in the crease. So just sweep that really lightly right above the cornflower, and you'll see it almost blends in perfectly with the color because it really pairs well with that duochrome in the cornflower. So you're going to want to apply that into the crease right on top of the cornflower pigment, and then a little bit on the outer corner too. And then our third color, you can use a black for this. I'm using Nehru from MAC. It's a very, very dark matte navy kind of a color. So for all intents and purposes, it basically shows as carbon wood. so you can use a black for this. So I'm going to be taking that same brush that we just applied the violet pigment with, and I'm going to apply this really kind of concentrated into the outer corner of the eye in a smaller kind of a area, or a smaller shape than the purple, just to kind of darken out the corner a little bit. Then you're just going to blend all the colors together, and that's just going to darken up the look in the outer corner, define the eye a little bit, but it's not going to take away from those colors that we used. We're going to do our highlight. So I'm using the Stila No. 9 brush, and I'm using Yogurt eyeshadow from MAC. And I'm just going to apply that to my highlight and just blend down that kind of violet pigment a tiny bit, just to kind of marry everything together. So now we're going to focus on doing the bottom part. First step of that is going to be lining the waterline. So for that I'm using the MAC Fluid Line and Iris Eyes. I'm going to show you that. It's a really kind of pretty lavender color, which again plays with that duochrome in the cornflower. I'm going to apply that all over my waterline, and I'm using just a synthetic brush. Usually a flat synthetic brush works a little bit better for this, but I didn't have any that were clean. So you just want to apply that all over your waterline. And light colors kind of, they don't show up as well, but this one I find if you apply it opaquely enough, it will show up, so it's a really nice color for the waterline. And then underneath the waterline, we're going to start with the darkest color. I'm actually going to go with a little bit of MAC's Deep Truth, so that's a really dark frosted navy blue. So I'm going to apply that in the outer corner of the eye under my lash line, just to kind of marry it all in together. And then I'm going to apply the cornflower kind of on the middle part of the eye and kind of blend that in to the Deep Truth. I've used Makeup Forever's Star Powder No. 942. So I'm just going to try and show you this without spilling it all over. Okay, so it's basically like a white powder that has kind of an iridescent shimmer to it, and this one actually shines purple and blue, but you're going to see it kind of shows up more blue. And so we're going to put that all over the inner corner of the eye. And once you've applied it to the inner part of the tear duct, you're going to want to apply it kind of a little bit higher here into the inner corner, and then bring that up here and just kind of blend it in to the other shadows. So that's it in terms of shadow. What I'm going to do is I'm going to apply my black with liquid liner. I'm going to use the MAC Boot Black, and I'm going to do this off camera because I do it in pretty much all of my videos, and I have a video especially on how to get a black winged eyeliner, so I'll link that in the sidebar just to kind of save some time. So now that that liner is done, basically the last part's going to be to curl your lashes and apply mascara, and I'm actually just going to put half lashes like I did on this eye, so I'll do that and I'll be right back. Okay, so now that my mascara is done, I have my corner false lashes on. One step that I missed during the actual tutorial, I put a little bit of that kind of iridescent color that we put on the inner corner right under the highest part of my eyebrow. And that just kind of gives another dimension to the look. I find that's a really kind of fun way to just kind of, I don't know, make the look a little bit more different. And so I'm just putting that really lightly under the eyebrow. It catches the light kind of really nicely, and it's kind of like really unexpected since it's kind of like blue tones. Okay, so I'm going to zoom you guys out. So this is the finished look. This is a look I really like. Sometimes I wear it to work. I wear it out, that kind of thing. I think it's really playful. They're really pretty colors. It really makes a statement, but they're not so overpowering. You're not wearing neons. They're just kind of nice colors. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you guys got a couple of tips. I hope this appealed to all you brown-eyed girls. If you have any questions or requests, please leave them for me in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Have a great day or night, whatever time it is there.